This video is good through Sunday, August 29, 2010. My name's Des Woodruff. I'm an analyst, also a mentor, and also president and founder of Grok Trade, freetradingvideos.com Incorporated. And check this out, we're doing the weekend edition. And there's a number of charts we're going to look at, so stay with me. We are going to hit a bunch of them. This is the Russells. We're going to start off here on the Russells. And we have a big swing low back here in the March 09 coming up. Big symmetrical triangle. That symmetrical triangle on the daily has broke down, now trying to rally back, still below the 20 and 50 day simple moving averages. And as of Friday's close, the GDP came out beating some analyst expectations, and also you have Ben Bernanke trying to calm fears out there, set the market straight up into resistance. That's where we're at. Also coming across here, we have a major swing low and also these little swing highs right here, and this area is 618. It just smacked up not only a trend line but also this area. Let's bring in the weekly, and here's the weekly on the Russells. And the weekly on the Russells, we have a big symmetrical triangle. We did break down out of that symmetrical triangle, and now we're rallying back. And check this out, smacking again a resistance, and resistance right here, these two areas, and then it comes back to these areas on the week. That is precisely where we're at right now. From here, let's also bring in the monthly, and the monthly, the big one. This is a huge symmetrical triangle. We're up here at the more of the resistance area, but the two areas I want to pay special attention to is the 252 area coming across, and that is an area of resistance. You can see this support coming across here, a little bit of support resistance, and then here 591.5 resistance, you know, hung up there a little bit coming across, and you can see down here acted as support. So we're caught between those two levels up here at more near the resistance area, and it has plenty of area to drop if it wants to. If it's going to get bullish, it needs to pop through. But as I just showed you on the weekly and the daily on the Russells, don't hold your breath. Things look pretty grim. Now we're going to go to the NASDAQ. See how things have fared out here, going way back in here. March 09's coming across to this major swing low, and then we hit. And if you remember saying we're just hanging up down here a little too much, we expect a breakdown. Sure enough, boom, breaks down. And here we're not even at resistance. I just want you to see this. We're even much weaker on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ did break down, and what we just saw on the Russells was actually smacking its head at resistance. That's not the case here on the trend. You hear that little beep in the background. That's my BlackBerry for all of those that have BlackBerries. Oh, speaking of BlackBerries, for those that have iPhones, don't try it right now, but soon you're going to be able to watch our videos on freeonlinetradingeducation.com. Those the video that we're watching right now you could do on an iPhone, but not yet. However, for all those who are fortunate enough to have an iPad, iPads are really cool. I don't have one yet, but I have a number of individuals that I know that do, and they love them. Anyway, watch this video on an iPad. How you do it is just do the pinch and expand motion on the video, and that will engage the video, and it is crystal clear. You will love what you see on the iPads. All right, there's my ADD moment. Check this out. So we come running back up at this moment. So we're making higher highs, and we did make a lower high here on the daily. A very choppy day, but we remain sub-zero on the MACD of that histogram. So now let's come in and bring in this weekly. Here's the weekly. Now check this out. Very important. Same big symmetrical triangle across the board. Major moving averages of 200, 225 coming across, which are two very important ones on the weekly on the NASDAQ. Then you can see those right here. We have now on the week, gang, close below a major support line on the NASDAQ. Gang, that is what I want you to wake up to. We are actually below even the shadow trend lines if I have drawn them in. And those, this is in a heap of trouble. Keep your eyes on the markets because NASDAQ can lead as a leading indicator. And check this out, the big monthly. Big monthly hits its head at resistance, started down, but then gets choppy. Last few months, as you know, has been very choppy. Down, down, up, down. It's just all over the place. But I want you to pay special attention to these lines coming across here. We have this 2276, almost 227, 7 coming across. Look at support, support, resistance, resistance. That's right where we're at. Now check this out. This line, major resistance, a big swing right there at 2157 coming across, major resistance, resistance, resistance broken. Kind of acts like support, hung up there, came across support, 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 and that's exactly where we're at right now. Support. That's where we closed, at a support line. It is being sandwiched in a very crucial area. So it's anybody's guess what's going to happen on the monthly. So the monthly is up here near resistance, plenty of area to drop. There's nothing really to stop it from falling at this moment. But the weekly, the daily still do not look overly good at all here on the markets. Now, let's go to the S&P. This is the one we normally focus on. I want to show you this to you. These trend lines, they just work out so nicely. If you come across, we're right at this trend line. It almost looks like we're actually above it slightly, but I'm not holding my breath on that one yet. We did make a higher high, also a lower low, and we did do a shadow punch down here to the 1040 area. The 1040 area is one that acted as support there, coming across, support here, big area, but we did break that major trend line, and then the shadow line, and now we try to rally back, hitting our head at resistance. This trend line coming down, resistance, this major one coming up, resistance. That's where we're at. We're sub-zero on the histogram on the daily. Now let's bring in the weekly. The weekly on the S&P is still intact. You can see this big symmetrical triangle. It had to rally back, and it did so by day's end to keep the week above this major support line on the weekly. And if it closed below it, it would have spelled absolute imminent doom for the markets. However, it came back. We have a hammer, and far as the weekly is concerned, on the daily, we have a good chance of rallying back, and then we have major resistance coming up around 1100. However, any weakness next week could send the markets into a free fall. But let's bring the monthly in, really take a gander at this dude, and check this out. Big symmetrical triangle. Here's what I do not like, or let me rephrase it. This is what is more bearish than bullish, because I don't mind if it goes up or down, to be quite frank. A lot of people have me pegged as a bear, but I'm telling you, I play the markets whatever direction that they're going. I'm a bull and a bear, and I'll switch on a dime. But here's what happens. We hit, we drop, do a touch and go, touch and go, touch, touch. This is not heading back up. We cannot get off of this support line. Why? That's weakness. So on the monthly on the S&P, it needs to bounce. Right now, I'm just seeing it hung on the floor here, and we are in big trouble if we get below that 1040. Gang, a close below 1040 would signal a major sell sign, and I'd want to be out of all my longs, looking as extremely at some bearish opportunities. But right now, we're chopping around. I'm not pulling the trigger yet. I was hedged going in today. Did some golfing this morning. All right. So another thing I'm going to show you, you can do this yourself. Just go to Finviz right here. Finviz.com. It's kind of a cool site, and once you go there, let me show you something. Just click on groups, and this shows you where the movement is happening. Check this out. For the 1 month, financials are down here near the bottom. Gang, you're only as strong as your financials for the month. They're doing horrible. For the week, they're right here in the middle. You know, it's not good. So we need to really get those financials to pop up. So there you have it. Listen, if you want to get mentored by us, we have a mentorship on the week of September. Oh, what are those dates? In the 20. Oh boy, let me look real fast. It is September 25th, 26th, and 27th. If you want to know about that, just fill out the form there on the website on mentoring. And for the V newsletter, I'm getting ready to do the V newsletter for this week. It's our picks for this week. If you want to do that, look into that. Be happy to sign you up. Take care and safe trading.